From the very beginning, the story of Gwen Tennyson and Kevin Levin was never meant to be simple. In a universe filled with aliens, battles, and cosmic threats, their bond became something deeper, something that grew quietly amid chaos, starting long before either of them realized what destiny had planned. Their journey begins back in the original Ben 10 series, where Gwen and Kevin were anything but close. Kevin was angry, unstable, overflowing with chaotic powers he couldn't fully control. Gwen, on the other hand, stood for discipline, intelligence, and order. When they first encountered each other, there was no spark, no hidden affection, just distrust and tension. To Gwen, Kevin was dangerous. To Kevin, Gwen was just Ben's cousin. They weren't allies, and they definitely weren't friends. Yet even during those early confrontations, something subtle was beginning, a quiet link that neither of them could see yet. Time passed, and everything changed when the Alien Force era began. Both of them had grown. Gwen was smarter, calmer, and beginning to understand her anodyte powers, while Kevin had matured enough to try living a better life. So when they reunited after years, something shifted instantly. Gwen noticed Kevin's effort to change. Kevin noticed Gwen's strength and confidence. They didn't say it, but they both felt it. The real spark of their story began when they teamed up with Ben to investigate missing plumbers' kids. From day one, they argued constantly. Gwen didn't trust Kevin's intentions, Kevin didn't like being judged, and Ben hated being stuck between them. But behind every argument, an invisible thread was pulling them closer. Gwen saw Kevin's protective instincts. Kevin saw Gwen's ability to believe in him even when he didn't believe in himself. Slowly, naturally, they became an inseparable duo without ever trying. Their relationship didn't change in one big moment, it evolved through dozens of small ones. Kevin shielding Gwen in fights. Gwen healing Kevin with her mana, Kevin opening up for the first time, Gwen standing up for him even when Ben doubted him. Gwen was the first person to treat Kevin like he deserved redemption, not fear or pity. Kevin, who was used to rejection, realized her kindness wasn't charity, it was genuine. For the first time in his life, Kevin cared about someone's opinion, and that someone was Gwen. Their turning point came during a dangerous mission, when Kevin risked his life recklessly, jumping in front of an attack, ignoring orders, and nearly dying only to protect Gwen. When she confronted him afterward, demanding to know why he'd done something so stupid, Kevin couldn't hide anymore. His voice cracked slightly as he said, "Because I care, okay? I just care." It wasn't a confession, but it was the moment everything changed. After that, Gwen and Kevin weren't just teammates. They were something more. Their chemistry grew stronger every day. Gwen found herself smiling more around him. Kevin trusted her more than anyone else, and they naturally drifted into a comfortable closeness. Their friends noticed it first. Ben teased them, the plumbers made comments, even enemies used it against them. But Gwen and Kevin didn't need a label. Their bond spoke louder than any words. Eventually, after countless missions and late-night talks, the moment everyone waited for finally arrived. Kevin was working on his car, exhausted and frustrated, when Gwen walked up quietly and kissed him. No drama, no big speech, just two people acknowledging what they had always known: they belonged with each other. From that day forward, they were officially a couple, and their relationship grew stronger. They balanced each other perfectly. Gwen made Kevin calmer, more focused, more disciplined. Kevin made Gwen more confident, more expressive, more emotionally honest. They trained together, fought side by side, and defended Ben whenever needed. Even though they argued sometimes, their fights always ended with understanding, never resentment. Their love wasn't perfect, but it was real. But like every powerful love story, theirs was tested in the harshest way during the Egregor arc in Ultimate Alien. Kevin, in a desperate attempt to stop Egregor, absorbed alien powers again, unlocking his dark, monstrous, Ultimate Kevin form. The transformation wasn't his choice. It wasn't malicious. It was a consequence of trauma and survival. But the world didn't care. Ben didn't care. Even Gwen was shaken. Kevin became unstable, violent, and mentally fractured. He wasn't in control. But through all the chaos, One thing remained constant: Gwen's belief in him. When everyone else called Kevin a monster, Gwen refused. She argued with Ben, begged him not to hurt Kevin, and went searching alone, putting herself in danger because she trusted that underneath the monstrous exterior, the real Kevin was still alive, still fighting to return to her. Gwen's faith became the key that eventually helped bring Kevin back. And when Kevin finally regained control, the first name he whispered, the first person he asked about, was Gwen. Their reunion after this tragedy wasn't loud or dramatic. It was quiet, emotional, and human. Gwen held him tightly, and Kevin, broken, guilty, and afraid, felt safe again. Their bond, tested by darkness, emerged stronger and more mature. They rebuilt their relationship slowly. Kevin struggled with guilt, Gwen with fear. But they chose to heal together. From this point on, their love wasn't teenage emotion, it became a partnership. A real, stable, evolving bond built on pain, trust, redemption, and acceptance. In Omniverse, Gwen and Kevin stepped away from the front lines to focus on their future. They went to college together, took plumber missions occasionally, and lived a quieter, more stable life. They weren't constantly flirting or fighting, they were simply together. Comfortable. Strong. Balanced. Even Ben admitted they acted like a married couple. Their love story became a symbol, not of perfection but of growth. Gwen transformed Kevin from a lost, angry kid to a stable, loyal partner. Kevin brought Gwen out of her shell and gave her a sense of emotional connection no one else ever matched. They helped each other evolve, reshaped each other's paths, and proved that love doesn't require perfection, just effort, honesty, and loyalty. Even in every future timeline we've seen or implied, Gwen and Kevin remain together, not because of destiny, but because they constantly choose each other. Their story teaches one powerful truth: the strongest relationships aren't the easiest ones. They're the ones you build brick by brick, through mistakes, forgiveness, trust, and love. Gwen and Kevin stood against villains, against their own fears, and sometimes even against each other. But in the end, they stood together. And that is what makes their love story one of the most unforgettable relationships in the Ben 10 universe.